How's everybody doing? So this is my personal favorite part about KEG. We've done it, I think this is our 4th year now, and it actually started one night at one of the first kegs. John came to me, and I think it was about 9 o'clock the night before our closing day, and he says, Ben, we need a closing session. Can you work on that for me? This is 9 o'clock the night before. I had multiple presentations the next day. And so what we ended up coming up with was the Wallys. How many people here have been to the Wallys before? Okay, so the jokes probably won't be any better this year. But really they're just a way of celebrating the community of Kinetic and celebrating our customers. We can't do the things that we do without you guys, and hopefully we make your day-to-day lives a little bit better as well. So that being said, in the vein of trying to improve on our humor from last year, rather than me doing the intro, we actually have Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel that is going to be doing some red carpet interviews for us here before the Wally Awards start. So Guillermo, if you could take it away.
Hi, it's me, Guillermo. I'm here at the
Wallys!
Let's have some fun!
Hi, Guillermo! What did the spider do on the computer?
I don't know. It made a website.
You're using KinOps, right?
Yes, that's right.
And how's that going for you?
It's been great, very fast to start working with. I'm finally able to get my TPS reports on time. My employees love how fast they're able to request additional red staplers.
Why did the PowerPoint cross the road? To get to the other slide.
Yes, that's a terrible joke.
Are you guys hungry?
Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right, here's my catalog. Just one page of requests.
Oh, right, yeah!
Oh. Can we order anything?
Anything. You're saving our lives.
Can we take anything we want? Yeah, sure, take anything. You just might need approval.
I didn't bring any cash, though.
I think I can get my CFO's approval. His name is Benjamin Franklin. Oh, no, I think that's too much. What's your favorite game?
I'm a Dungeons and Dragons freak.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I am.
All right, I have some pre-written scenarios for you.
Okay, well, let me see them. I better practice. Let's see. You look up and there's a man in a gold jacket who's very handsome and talking to you. You decide to approach him and get his phone number. Oh, I see where this is going. I'll just keep this for later right here in case I need it.
Wally, Wally, Wally. That's all the time we have. Good luck at the Wallys.
So for those of you who haven't been here before, you can kind of tell we take ourselves pretty seriously here at Kinetic Data. I hinted a little bit on what the Wally Awards are, and again, we just really like to celebrate with all you guys, all the things that you're able to accomplish, and all the things that you have yet to accomplish with the Kinetic platform. So who is Wally? I kind of try and talk about this, or at least I have the last couple Wally Awards, and Wally actually is kind of a Kinetic Data mascot. He gets used in some of our marketing material, and he really represents the Kinetic way. The ideals, the philosophies that we feel strongly about, that we're proud of, that we want our company to embody. And those are things like agility, it's starting small, iteratively improving, failing forward, all those great Johnisms that we hear, the Kinetic Data team hears day in and out. Innovation, thinking outside the box. We love when people are looking for solutions, not problems, and just looking for creative ways to make everyone's day-to-day life a lot better. Teamwork, that's a really big one on being able to collaborate, being able to interact and pass these problems back and forth to better everyone's workday. And then enthusiasm and pride. At Connected, we're really proud of the stuff that we work on, and we hope that you guys are too. And all these kind of ideals are kind of what make up Wally, and subsequently are what we look for when we're doing the Wally Awards. Also, and this kind of comes up every year, somebody always asks the awkward question, Wally was not based on anyone at Kinetic Data. any resemblance is purely happenstance. So to go ahead and get started, the first award this year is Rookie of the Year. And this person was an early adopter of KinOps, first KinOps production implementation, really applied and helped us evolve this never drop, never fail to reduce gaps in productivity. All of our interactions with this person and these implementations were extremely positive, and this was for the bleeding edge of KinOps, the very early, and really helped us to grow and evolve the platform into what it is today and what we're so proud of. So we're very, very thankful for their role in this. So the award winner runs an advertising company that sells advertising, needs to track long-running campaigns. I know a few spoilers. And coordinate back and forth with customers and other partners, and making sure that these complicated tasks that require lots of touch points never get dropped, never fail, and can kind of continue moving the business forward. So as you guys have probably already guessed, the Rookie of the Year is Bach & Associates. So Tom, if you'd come up and accept your Wally. So with theme this year, we have Gamer Wally. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm honored.
So the next award that we have is Implementation of the Year. And we talk a little bit about pride, about enthusiasm, and this person at this company definitely takes a lot of pride and ownership in their usage of the Kinetic products. Very forwards thinking, ask great questions, really trying to understand, not just solve the immediate problem, but to understand for the long term, and to be able to make the best decisions and the best results possible. In talking with some of the Kinetic employees, one of the things that really stood out is approaching challenges with Kinetic as part of the team, right? It felt almost like family at some points in the projects, and that really helps, I think, in when you come into tough challenges, just keeping everyone motivated, right? And really kind of being enthusiastic about the things that it is that we're working on. So previously, they had an existing catalog for kind of their corporate or their non-retail offices, and one of the things that they were noticing is for their retail offices, they had long queue times for certain help desk calls. So this company has a very, very large number of retail stores. And so as you can imagine with complicated help desks, when you call in, sometimes you might have to wait for a technician. The technician might have to do some research and get back to you. And so they implemented a service catalog for their retail stores. So they've got just a single form where you can go in and you can kind of start to fill out some of that information, and then they'll get a call back from their help desk and don't need to wait and waste time while they're on the phone. Also talking about enthusiasm, if you've talked to this person at all here at KEG, you've probably talked about coffee. So Patrick, why don't you come up and accept your Wally?
Thank you very much. That's awesome. And I really can talk about coffee forever.
He really can.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, start. No, you're good. I'm always impressed. I've met a few people from Starbucks, and whether they're on the IT team, whether they're baristas, whether they're working for corporate, everyone really loves coffee. It's kind of amazing. So the next award is Developers of the Year. And when we kind of set out to look for this reward, we wanted to find the individuals that really hit the ground running, really wanted to push our stuff and help push our technologies in new ways that maybe we weren't anticipating, and to help grow it as we were defining the KinOps offering, as we were defining the new features in CE, as we're kind of defining our solutions. This company asked really great questions and really hit the ground running. They did their own PSE after 4 hours of training. And like to put that into context, that's basically all of the material you got just this morning, and then they did a full POC. It was pretty amazing. They really adopted the client-side bundles strategy really quickly, really liked the React approach, and used that to build really beautiful front ends. I wish I had some screenshots, and hopefully will in the future years, because it really shows just how powerful a beautiful front end is when you've got a complex back end. Some of the really cool features that they have is, so they've got some WYSIWYG editors in different places for building up some of their details about a particular service or about some of the data within their systems. They're also extremely passionate and excitable. In talking with some of the technicians at Minnesota that worked with them, oftentimes he'd be getting emails at 1, 2 a.m. Because they were still working and hadn't left, because that's how much they were liking working on this stuff and working on this particular solution. So this group builds financial system software, and they're headquartered in the UK. They researched the market really hard and kind of already came in with a very good awareness of alternatives, other tools, approaches, and were able to ask really great questions right away. If you are trading stocks in the UK, you're probably using their system, and this company is Fidessa. Unfortunately, Fidessa couldn't be here today, so John, if you want me to deliver, I love the UK, and I'd be more than willing to bring it. So Fidessa, if you're watching this later, congratulations. Kinetic enthusiast. We started talking about this award last year. We really liked what it represented, what it embodied, right? This is the kinetic enthusiast group. This is, what the conference is at its very core. This particular individual, after asking multiple employees at Kinetic Data, whether it was support, consultants, John, when I was asking for ideas for this award, it was pretty much universally this one person, almost immediate. So I kind of sensed the trend right away. Really great things to say about him, and very innovative, teamwork, takes pride in what this individual is doing. Very active user, willing to share back to Kinetic Data and share out with our other customers. In fact, occasionally does some pre-sales calls with us as kind of a reference. A couple of the Kinetic employees described this person as a task wizard, which is really great to hear. They're currently working on a migration from RE to CE. They have a production CE instance running a portal. Most of their servers are still in the RE, and they're starting that transformation. To kind of drive home my point for Kinetic enthusiasts, if anyone has ever sent emails with this person, they use more exclamation points than I take breaths in a day. So if anybody's exclamation key is broken, it's probably because they've gotten emails or because Rich has used up all of the exclamation points. So Rich, why don't you come on up?
Thank you. I did have to get a new keyboard because of the...
Innovator of the Year. Innovation has always been a key part of the Wallys. That was one of the first words that we thought of when we tried to describe what the Kinetic ideals were and what it was that we wanted to put emphasis on. Innovation really is doing something different to improve a problem, right? It's thinking different. And this is now the second or third year where we haven't planned to give this award, but it's really hard to, when you get here and you hear about all these exciting things and someone's always done something amazing and it captures the interest of our other customers, it wins over the Kinetic employees just in terms of what they've been able to accomplish. So this is one of my kind of closet favorite awards every year. So we weren't planning on giving it, and then the customer stories happened. And again, this one's a little hard to talk about without spoilers, but anytime you're using the words predictive analytics and chat components, like those are accomplishing some pretty amazing things with the Kinetic platform. This individual and the company that he's doing work for really sees the Kinetic offering as a platform for improvement and is really looking at all of the different ways that it can be used and sees the benefits of bringing it in, and I think that's pretty amazing. So Jeff Lockamy, if you could come up and accept your Wally. So this last award is a little bit of a special one, and it's for outstanding community contribution. When Matt opened up the day, he talked about how we love to build on top of great things. We love having fantastic Legos and technologies, and if we have seen further, it is on the shoulders of giants. We really appreciate those that are willing to give back to the community and provide those Legos, because we couldn't do the things that we do without them. So these individuals, they've dedicated themselves to an open source project, to one of the technologies that we use in our platform, specifically in Kinetic Task, very heavily. They've worked full-time on the project since, I think they started about 2006, working under Sun, Engine Yard, Red Hat. So the award winners are Charles and Thomas, who work on the JRuby project. So I don't know if you guys really understand all of the things that are done with Kinetic Tasks. So I'll share some of the stories, some of the really cool things that I've heard. So if you're in New York and there is a manhole cover that requires repair, replacement, that goes through a Kinetic service catalog, and the fulfillment process is managed by Kinetic Task, which runs on top of JRuby. If you need to order a fighter jet, that in certain companies also goes through a Kinetic service catalog, and all of the auditing and validation goes through the Kinetic Task process. So really what you guys built was a platform for ordering fighter jets, and that's pretty cool. So Charles, Thomas, if you guys want to come up and accept your reward.
Thank you.
So that concludes the Wallys. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all of you for coming out, for making this conference so great, for making the Kinetic community so great. We can't do what we do without you as customers, and I love what I do. I love working at Kinetic Data, and a lot of that is because of you guys. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference.